Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's go, let's go. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Who's out there? I know a lot of I know a lot of y'all are working. Plus the fact that I know I don't normally come on this time of day, so I know a lot of folks might not know we're here. I'm gonna greet everybody, and then we're gonna talk about what we're talking about. Child, Leah sent me a cash app early. Oh, with a one of the picture messages. Look, y'all. Look, that's so cute. Thank you, Leah. I can't send a heart back, but I can say thank you because I appreciate it. That is so sweet. Oh man, that's what's up. Thank you. So, okay. That being said, let me greet everybody, and then let me tell y'all why we're here. Because we're gonna definitely have to share the screen today because there's some stuff I want to talk about. Um, Let me tell y'all something else too. I am going to also let y'all know what's going on with me because, in all honesty, y'all, my hormones are acting crazy. I don't know what's going on with them, but I don't like them. I'm having hot flashes and my feet cold at the same time. So if anybody got a solution to that, please let me know. No, I'm serious. Hot flashes, real ones, and my feet are cold at the same time. Somebody should help me. Okay, now I don't know who, but someone should consider helping me because I don't know what to do to help myself. Okay, I'm just saying. So let me greet who's here. Like, I'm laughing, but I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. I need some help with that. I don't know who's gonna look out for me, but somebody should tell me something. Okay. Hey, Anel. She is here. She's like number 2. How you doing? Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady, is number 4. We got Duke Girl, hey boo, as number 6. Our new mama, Quiet Storm 87, is number 7. We got Debbie Garcia coming in at number 9. Hey now. Jen Bunny says she was 19 or 20. She don't know which one, but she was one of them. Okay. Hey, Miss Nisi, how are you? Happy Monday. DS with your crazy tail. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being like number 11. Nacho Twins Mama is number 10. I appreciate it. We got the beautiful Bianca Edwards on the porch asking y'all to please get your hit your like button, get your headphones and your water. Y'all know the rules during the day. If I say something silly, try to fake a sneeze if y'all in them people offices. Happy to be happy. Thank you for being number 13. Trina Taylor coming in hot at number 12. Happy Monday to you. Jenny Patterson is here. Thank you for being number 15. Appreciate you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, Queen of Hearts KS. Hey, love. Thank you for being number 19. Ashley, we missed you too. Where is your crown? It done fell off. Thank you for being like number 21. I appreciate you. I do. Lady T is number 24. Hello now. All right. Who else we got up in here? D Seratina's in the house. All right. Thank you for being here, sis. I appreciate you. I do. Listen, I need y'all to make sure you hit the like button. I know. Yep, they got you again, girl. They got you again. Okay, Trina, you say black cohosh is good for hot flashes. If you can't do hormones, yeah, I cannot do hormones. I found out Tylenol PM helps me with hot flashes as well. Really? I'm gonna try the black cohosh. Where do you get yours from? Because I got to get something going. Because these hormones giving me a fit, baby. Listen, I don't really care about the insomnia. I'm over that part. But the hot flashes with the cold feet, with all the other stuff, it's a lot. It's a lot. So sis be needing help managing that thing. Cause yeah, it ain't no fun. Being a woman is difficult. It's very difficult. But yeah, so y'all look out for me if you come up with any type of remedies. I tried evening primrose for a while and that did help. But then it's like my body got immune to the evening primrose and it just stopped working. So we're gonna try the black cohosh and we're gonna see if that helped my black tail. Okay. You say the herb store, but the drugstore sells it. Okay, I just want to know like where's the best place because everybody's um naturals are not the same. Like some brands will be real weak or whatever they do to it, and black cohosh is not something that I know how to buy. Like the actual plant, I don't know how to do it because like when it's stuff that I can actually buy the plant, I just buy the plant. Okay. Oh, I got one year before last from our sister Glennis. Glennis had bought me a natural remedy book, um, a pretty good one too, for Christmas. I just didn't see anything in there for um my menopausal symptoms that I hadn't already tried. I didn't see anything like that. Hey, Miss Thelma, thank you for being number 25. But I appreciate y'all. So look, we got to get into some stuff. So some things happen. Okay. Don't mind my pillow. I have my pillow behind me because my back is acting funny today. I'm trying to position it. Oh, so it'll help me. I think that'll help me. I hope so. I'm trying to position it. No, you still got your streak, honey. It's not gonna take it from you. It's not. Don't Karen out on YouTube. Um, but that's right. And don't forget the engagement button. Thank you, Nacho Twins Mama, for reminding me that the engagement button is on your bottom right hand side, the circle with the emojis. Hit the button, send up the bubbles, let them know you here, like this video, share this video, because we need to talk. Okay, so the first thing, because this right here ain't this is not meant to be a long broadcast. I don't intend to be here long, but there are some things that we need to discuss. Okay. There are some things that we need to discuss. And it starts with Charlemagne's apology on the Breakfast Club to Reesa Teesa. We're going to revisit what he did say, how she repeated it, how how it was received, and then we're gonna get into some bigger stuff because there's a bigger issue here, and y'all know how I am about people with the truth, the half truth, and not telling the truth at all. Okay. Oh, Jay Della Ray sent me a cash out. Let me send her a heart back. I love y'all. Don't make me feel like I'm finna tear up. Because you don't always think, that people be, paying attention or whatever, but the love like that, it means something. Thank you so much. Sent my heart back. Thank you. So, dig. Yeah, it's gonna update, baby. It's gonna update. Because what happens, like, if they mess around and mess with y'all crowns, when you get them right back, the way it shows in the studio, it'll show that you sign back up. What's the word they using? I don't want to go try to mess with it now and mess up nothing. But it shows like that you resubscribed or something. So it doesn't show like a brand new. It shows as So you won't lose your stuff. Hey, cool gamer. Always cool. Always in the building. Jay Della Ray, thank you again. That's so sweet. Wait, is that my bubby? Hey, I love you. I miss you. I'm being nosy. Child, I'm in everybody's business. I am the worst little old lady. I be looking out the window trying to see what's going on in everybody's yard. Okay? Mega Million, where you been? I missed you. My baby done grabbed her crown back too. So listen, y'all, please like this video, share this video. Let's get into it. Ray Ray all day is in the house. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. Please put your like number in the chat. Super important. Patricia Joaquin, Miss Tampa, Florida is in the house. Thank you for being like number 29. Can I know who's like number 40? Who got number 40? Give me number 40 because I got something for number 40 if y'all can tell me who number 40 is. In the next 5 minutes. If can't nobody tell me in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to let it go. So anyway, we got to talk. So Charlemagne gave an apology of sorts. And I don't want to be the person who finds fault with everything that somebody says. It's not my style. However, y'all know I got an issue when people tell half truths, whole lies, manipulations, all these straw man arguments, and all that stuff. I feel like we got to. Trina, you had already put your number in the chat. How you 42? How are you 40? But I feel like we got to address what he gave as an apology. And I'm not going to sit here and say that he knows better. I think it's safe to say that there's quite a bit that Leonard does not know. It's quite a bit that he may be very ignorant to. It's quite possible. It's quite possible and plausible that Leonard is the sort of person that believes that that's the way he should have said what needed to be said. I believe that he could well have thought so. He could have thought that. He could have. However, what I am going to say is that what he said was not it was not adequate. Let's just say that. It wasn't adequate. Okay? Hey Helga. How you doing, gorgeous? Hey KK, happy Monday. You guys hit the like button. Thank you for being like number 38, KK. You rock out loud. Okay? And I went and looked. So there is nobody was number 40. So I'm not sure why y'all don't want to play with me when I want to play games with y'all. I be wanting to play, but don't nobody want to play with me. Okay, that's all right. See, this is my own version of the lottery. When I be asking you for your number, but you got to be in it to win it. You can't win if you ain't in. That's all I'm saying. So listen, back to the measure to the issue at hand, because this is an issue. Ray say, yeah, he has unfinished business dealing with women. We got to keep holding him accountable. But that's not the only person we're going to hold accountable today. Because, see, people love to, this is what we like to do in our community. Anybody here who's a visitor to our community, that's fine. Y'all can be spectators, and that's cool. But let me point something out about our community. We like to try to find Some we like to try to find someone to hold accountable and someone who's a victim. If y'all get what I'm saying, put a 2 in the chat because I want to make sure y'all hear me before I get in here and get Leonard, Charlemagne, and everybody else that I'm gonna gather up today because it's gonna be a gathering today, this morning. Mm? Now, if you're on the East Coast, then it's afternoon, and good afternoon to you. Okay, D Marie, you number 40. All right, so I see some twos. D Marie, I got you, boo. I believe I have your cash out. Um, it's gonna be a gathering today. I'm glad I see the twos because y'all understand where I'm coming from. We always look for someone, and I'm heavy on the one to hold accountable, and we look for a victim. And what I'm saying is, there are some situations, and this is one of them, where there's no victim and no one to hold accountable. In a lot of situations, we look for the angel and the devil. And sometimes in these conversations, there's a lot of devils. Sometimes in these conversations, ain't no angels. D. Marie, you did win. You absolutely did. Hold on, where's my? Ooh, y'all, the author and them messing me up today. Author and Gout is doing a number on your girl. That's all right. I ain't no punk. But what I'm trying to tell you, what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is that when there's a situation where there's no clear angel and it's a whole bunch of devils, when we take it on ourselves to hold one person accountable, what we're doing is setting ourselves up. We're setting ourselves up to be played for fools. We're setting ourselves up to be chumps. D. Marie, I can't find your cash app, baby. You're going to have to put it in the chat, okay? I thought I had it written down, but I don't have that notebook in front of me. Y'all know I got 1,000,000,000 notebooks, but I need it in front of me. Hey, I'm that girl. Thank you for being like number 44. And quite frankly, I don't like being played for a chump. It's not my style. I've never been that way. I've never been that way. And I'm not going to start being that way. I've never been dumb. And I feel like, and I'm not calling anybody else dumb, please understand me. But what I'm saying is, for me, for me, I feel as though if I fall victim to somebody's manipulation, I feel dumb. And that's what I don't like. I don't like to feel dumb because I'm not a dumb girl. Okay? Monique C, thank you for being number 48. Good morning. How you feeling, baby? I don't like that. And I feel like in this situation, we got a few people, we have a few bad actors who are doing their best to make me feel stupid. D. Marie. Oh, that's what it is. You got them two. Is that two eyes? Y'all know my eyes are bad. Hold on. D. Y'all let me. Huh. Okay. I remember. Soon as I saw it, I remembered. Hold on, hold on. Let me know when you got it. This is why it's important when I ask for your number to give it up. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to, play a little game, a little ongoing game while we still going through the show. Hey, LaPriest, what's happening? Hey, Angel Gamer. Thank you for being like number 46. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. So Leonard gave an apology. Let me share the screen because I want us to all listen to this apology, as it were. I'm not going to say what I want to say just yet because it was kind of cringy to me. It was a little cringy, but if I'm honest as to why it's cringy, I don't know if y'all gonna be able to walk with me, but we gonna go anyway. We're definitely gonna go. So y'all get ready, turn your volume up, because we're about to share this screen. We're gonna talk about this apology. Mm? Y'all make sure you got your sound up. Okay, let's go.
Others. I disturbed that woman's peace, and that wasn't my intention. So I apologize if my words made her feel that way. But I do have two things to say. Number one, I never said she don't deserve love because of her size.
Right.
I didn't even know she was big. Just told the story, and I said it sounds like big back behavior, and then I started talking about big back belief. Now, if y'all want to have a conversation about reinforcing negative stereotypes of big backs, I understand. I'm open to it. But acting like I was having a conversation about Reesa Teesa's looks and size, that's not accurate. I was speaking in general terms about big back behavior and big back belief. And I actually said nobody has to be that desperate because there is a man out there for you. And I do have one final point, just one. We all have social media. No, we all have social media.
Absolutely.
And we all use it for different reasons.
Yeah.
And Reese's getting a lot of props for being so vulnerable. Salute to her. But I personally feel like we have to stop bringing this stuff to social media if you don't want people to have an opinion about it.
Absolutely.
Because some of this stuff should just be reserved for a piece of others. I disturbed that woman's peace, and that wasn't my intention. Our therapist, if we can't handle people having an opinion about whatever we are venting about, keep it off social media. That's my personal.
That's a good point. When you put it out there in the world, the world's gonna come back many different ways.
Absolutely. And she said that she was already insecure about her weight. So then why would you come to such a big platform thinking that you know you're going to be off limits from comments, like, because it's people who was actually going in on her.
Absolutely.
You didn't call her a big back.
No, I was just speaking towards big back behavior. Our therapist, if we can't handle
Okay, so we're gonna stop right there. Let's stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. I mean, right there. First of all, whoo, child, there's so much to unpack. Philly Joy, thank you for being like number 50. Thank you so much. What's up, Bedstar BK? Ray say it's infuriating. Nene Ashley say he only apologizing because what she said on Good Morning America. I agree. I absolutely agree. I want to talk about it. The thing that's hitting me the most is that one, and y'all might get mad at me. I don't want you to get mad at me because I love you. He did not owe Reesa Teesa an apology. I said it. He didn't owe her an apology. Hey, X, thank you for being like number 51. But I'm going to tell you, see, LaPriest is going where I'm going. He shouldn't be speaking on any women in any way, but he definitely shouldn't be speaking on women in that fashion. Helga said, I agree with him. I don't find it cringy. I find it honest without emotions attached. I find it honest without emotions attached to a certain degree, but there's some things that he didn't do right, and I got to talk about it, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be me. Okay? I know some people cannot talk about it, and that's on brand for them, but me, that would not be on brand at all. Let me just tell you. First of all, he did not. Hey, Opal Campbell, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My issue is this, and I repeat, Charlemagne did not owe Reesa Teesa an apology, and I stand on that. He owed an apology to women. He owed an apology to women of a certain size. He owed an apology for his reckless speaking. He owed an apology to any woman who has been categorized or marginalized because of her size. that is who he owed an apology to. Okay. Well, yes, that's another thing. He had an allegation. It's and not just that, the things that he said about his own wife. You know, when it comes to women, Leonard is problematic. And he proved it yet again with this situation. Yeah, I don't like him either, but we pulling our emotions out of it. Because I think sometimes we get emotional, we miss the main event. We miss the point of what's happening. And people get away with playing in our face, manipulating said emotions. And that cannot happen once we remove emotions from the situation. Once we remove the emotions, then nobody can use them against you. So we gonna move all that out the way. I don't like him either, but right now that ain't that's not the order of the day. No, he's not handsome, but that is not the order of the day. The problem is that he felt comfortable using that type of verbiage. Hey, DV, he felt comfortable using degrading language toward women. He felt comfortable being that reckless, but we need to talk about why he felt so comfortable. Okay, thank you for being like number 53, DV. Yeah, very problematic. And not only problematic, he was insensitive and thoughtless and careless with his words. Hey, Vito from Denver. Nope, I ain't eat yet. Not yet. Y'all please hit your engagement button, hit your like button, share the video in case you know some other folks that might want to engage in this type of commentary and conversation. Because it needs to be had. So the issue then is his attitude toward women, not Reesa Teesa. Because if we're being very honest, we went over it before, but I'm going to let it play again so y'all can see what he said and what she accused him of. And so because of that, we're overlooking the actual problem. The problem, this right here. Helga said it. Bigger women are always the butt of jokes and easily attacked. Hello, good night. And that is the part that we are overlooking while focusing on what this lady is saying he said, when we were able to easily prove he did not say what was said. The issue is not just hilarious. We're going to stick to the topic today. Hey, Vita, thank you for being number 56. So now let's move on. We're going to show what this Negro had the nerve to say, what he actually said. We're going to show what Reesa Teesa claimed he said and responded to. And then we're going to talk about why all of this is a problem. Y'all going to figure out real quick why I'm telling y'all ain't no angels in this situation. We got a whole bunch of devils. A bunch of them. And we calling them all to the carpet today. See, sometimes I can see some stuff and overlook it. But when I see that your devilry has caused a bigger issue, your devilry has now allowed someone else to hide under one accusation when there is a much bigger issue. No, we need to pull the covers back and expose everybody because I'm tired. Hey, God's anointed daughter. You too. Happy Monday. So let's go ahead and play what this Negro had the nerve to say. And then we're going to go ahead and play what she responded to that we know he did not say in an attempt to manipulate the audience. So we're going to deal with all the devils today. Ain't nobody sliding today. So sorry, but I'm really not sorry because that's not true. So let's go.
To be honest with you, man, I hear a lot of big back behavior. Does she have a big back?
She do give Sheila that was driving up the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Sheila was beautiful though.
Yeah, no. You talked about the big back, not the face.
Yeah, you're right.
She's cool.
What's your thing with big backs?
No, I'm just saying because in a situation like this, some of you big backs, y'all got to stop being so thirsty for a man. There's a man out there for you. Okay, this woman believed all of this because she wanted to believe all of this. Big back belief isn't like everybody else's belief. Okay, she said it herself. He said everything I wanted to hear. She wanted to believe whatever was coming out of his mouth because she wanted a man so bad.
And then I seen him and he actually looked like her. But what's interesting is
he had a big back too?
No. I couldn't see his back.
Okay.
We only saw hers because she was sitting in the car for the whole time she was talking.
Okay.
Sun up to sundown. It's a 52-part series on TikTok.
52 parts?
TikTok got parts?
I don't know. We seen Shalon Jackson, Monique's son. He did 20 of them. So she did 52.
Okay, maybe I don't believe this. To be honest with you, man, I hear a lot of...
Okay, so that's what he had the audacity to say. As we know, Negroes like him can always find audacity on the clearance rack that they buy in bulk. So now let's see what she responded to that he did not say in her attempt to manipulate the audience. Let's go.
A very famous personality that called me a big back, talking about my weight. And so it's things like that I'm like, Jesus, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I want. So that was disappointing, and it was hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality, because again, I'm more than just my weight, like, and not to mention, I mean, that it's hard. I will admit this. I appreciate when I met both men and women who have said,
because I'm not finna go through all of the manipulation, but we're gonna go on and deal with what it is. We're gonna go on and deal with what it is. Hey, Cream of Wheat. Yes, girl, they always got audacity on the clearance rack, and these jokers buy in bulk like they at Costco. Okay? So now here's the thing. First of all, he said, and this is what I got a problem with. Let me get my notebook because I want y'all to see my thought process, and I'm gonna write it out so we can all go together. He said, is she big? Because see, now, because we got Reesa Teesa dealing in manipulation, now we got to pick apart the lies, the truth, what he did do, and why it's so disgusting and so heinous. Because what he did was actually very heinous. And I tried to kind of address it, but not dig in. What she did was unacceptable. And I tried to lightly address it, but not dig in. And so now we come back with him in this apology and still not addressing the actual heinous behavior that he engaged in. Now we got to break it down. Now they forced my hand and they forced my pen. He said, is she big? Let me get this off my goddamn screen. He said, is she big? That's my first problem. Why would you automatically assume because she was manipulated and stupid for a man that she had to be big? There's so many problems with that. There's women of all shapes, sizes, colors, ethnicities, nationalities, backgrounds, all of that are stupid and manipulated for men. We already know this. So the fact that him knowing she was a black woman, obviously, because she's calling herself Reesa Teesa, ain't another woman on the planet gonna call herself something like that other than a black woman. So you already knew she was black. Mm-hmm. And so because she was stupid for a man, and I'm saying stupid. See, I know we like to play, the politically correct, let's not use certain word games. No, not today. Y'all getting Florida Nitra. Just because she was stupid for a man did not mean that she was big. So that's my first problem. That's problem number one. Then he said, when Beige Rage asked him, what's your issue with big backs? He said, cause big backs are desperate. Okay, so he's basically saying that according to him, fat women are desperate. They can be, but that don't mean that they will be just because they fat. He then went on to say that their level of belief, and the only way I could take that was their ability to be lied to and their ability to be bamboozled or their ability to be manipulated is higher because of their weight. So they have a higher ability to be manipulated. Okay, that's what he said. Okay. Uh-huh. And then went on to say, hey, Brown Style. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. But we got a bigger issue here. And it really was an opportunity for a real conversation on not only the way women are treated, not only about the manipulation of men, but it was an opportunity for a bigger conversation about the way this community, the Black community, views our own women, the way this community delves in and deals in desirability politics, and the way Black women are treated if they are not a certain size. It was an opportunity for a larger conversation. It really was. Hey, Poetic Lyrics, thank you for being 63, sis. But that's not what we got. So this is what he said in a nutshell. Is she big? Because she was lied to, she was stupid, she was desperate. Gotta be big, right? Gotta be big. Gotta be a fat Black girl. Gotta be. All right. There go Mama Baby, number 64 in the house. Hey, Cheryl. There go my sister, Cheryl Thomas Hughes out of Miami-Dade. I know that's right. He said, okay, you're desperate, stupid, falling for bull crap. You got to be a fat Black woman. That was my first issue. That was the first bell that went off in my head. Why are you being reckless with your mouth? I understood what he was trying to get at, but what was more interesting, in an attempt to illustrate desperate behavior by someone with low self-esteem, the first description that came to his mind of someone who had to be desperate and have low self-esteem had to be a fat Black woman. That was the first thing. Then he went on to expound upon the desperation of fat women and their higher ability to be manipulated. So that's what was said. The manipulation from Reesa Teesa. See, this is why I'm telling y'all, ain't no angels in this story. Ain't no angels in this story. And I'm going to tell you why the more I think about her, the more pissed off I get. And this right here, y'all just going to have to forgive me. You just going to have to. What pisses me off with her, Miss, I wanted to use this as an opportunity to help other people. And, she went to posturing and, oh, I feel so good when I meet a man or a woman that says that this helped them because well, baby, you had an opportunity to, if you were going to address what Leonard said, you had an opportunity to use that to help somebody. You could have easily said, it bothered me that he automatically assumed that I had to be fat because I engaged in foolish behavior. But that's not what she did. What she did was use the ignorant, reckless words of Leonard, the man who constantly attacks and disrespects Black women. She used those words as an opportunity to posit herself as a victim. And that, the more I think about it, the more it boils my blood. The more it boils my blood, because let me tell you something. Victims, people who are intentional victims, people who volunteer to be victims, you are doing it because there is a payoff for your victimhood. So let's talk about what she responded to and how she engaged in her manipulation. Let's talk about this thing. She first said, the very famous person that did it, that really hurt me. The very famous person. The very famous person that said that really hurt me. That's what she said. So she then went on to say that he was talking about my weight. He was talking about my weight and called me a big back. And that ain't nothing but a lie. That man did not talk about your weight, nor did he call you a big back. What he did was insult your sisters. But in that moment, you didn't address what he said. It was easier for you to pretend as though you thought he was talking about you. It was easier to pretend as though you thought he called you a big back. Why would she do that? Let's look at the little one-liners she put in there. See, when people use them one-liners, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it. Hey, gorgeous. Thank you for being like number 68. Couture Bay is in the house. When people do things like that and you use the one-liners, you know what I mean? I come on here with y'all, I talk, I present to you, other content creators present to you guys all the time. When a one-liner is used, it's used for a purpose. It's used to make something stick so that you'll remember something. Understand me when I say this. A lot of times when I just be talking, but sometimes there's some things that I will say to you because I want that thing to stick in your mind. There are certain things that I say, and I'm very intentional, especially when we're talking about something serious, because I want that particular point to stick in your mind. When she said my size, and you can watch and see how she do it, I'm gonna play it again. Definitely giving professional manipulator. See, this is the thing. We could have moved past this, and I wouldn't have poked holes in nobody's mess. But since they won't let it go, now I gotta poke, and I'm going to. So let's play her again, because I want y'all to see the presenter. I want y'all to see the performer. Look past this pitiful story that made us feel bad for her. We're gonna look at the performer, because there's a performer here. And I don't like any of it. Right. That's the thing. A lot of us that are larger women were not offended by it. But let me be honest. What he said is problematic for certain reasons. I don't have to be offended to point out that what you did was problematic. What Leonard did, and if y'all recall, go back and watch the video when I first addressed that. I told y'all from the gate what he said was problematic. And I told you why. But now we're going to dig into it. Since they won't shut up, now we're going to dig into it. Because I'm tired of it. I'm so sick of people being dishonest. I'm sick of it. So now we're going to talk about it. Let's do it again. Pay attention, y'all.
Because for me, it's like, okay, I know I'm getting attacked, but it did help. There was a very famous personality that called me a big back, talking about my weight. And so it's things like that I'm like, Jesus, you know, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, you know, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I.
Now, did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch the performance? Let me give it to you. How I look should not dictate if I deserve what I got. Let's keep going. I want y'all to see the performance. Now we're going to talk about it.
That was disappointing, and it was hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality, because
especially the one that was the more famous personality. So now what the performer is doing is attaching herself to Charlemagne. He has a bigger name, he has a bigger platform, he has more name recognition. By her doing so, even without saying his name, she knew that was going to irrevocably attach her to this man's name. Okay, why you want to be attached to the likes of Leonard, I don't know, but let's proceed.
As again, I'm more than just my weight. Like, and
here we go. Here we go. I'm more than just my weight. While pretending to stop and awkwardly giggle. If that was a statement that you were just making, you would have continued to talk. You stopped and pretended to awkwardly giggle intentionally to give it time for that line to sink in and to give it time for the people to respond, give sympathy, clap it up. See, this was a performance, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm telling you, I don't like it. So that's what she did. Now, let's talk about Charlemagne's supposed apology. Can we? Can we? Are we at a point where hold on, let me get Couture Bay's comment. She said, girl, see, this is why I ignored her. She's delusional. She's delusional, but she also has some sinister behavior to her. There's some sinister behavior here. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm telling y'all I'm tired. I am tired of this. Hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. My niecey Rose is here. Thank you for being number 71. So, first of all, she pretended not to understand what Charlemagne said. She knew full well what he said. I told y'all before, this lady exhibited her level of intelligence just with the way that she was able to keep that entire story chronologically straight, narrated in a fashion that we were able to understand the main event, all the elements of it, the variables, and everything that this man did to her. Okay? But she expects us to believe, those of us who caught it, that she didn't understand what that man said and actually what he did do. What she did was intentionally misrepresent what she knew that man said in order to posit herself as a victim. And the problem with that is because the conversation that we need to have about Charlemagne, the masses at large are not having that conversation. The masses at large are focused on something that did not happen at all. So now his supposed apology. His supposed apology, he was able to apologize for hurting her feelings, which I do not believe he did. Not for the reason she said. And he was able to not only apologize for something that didn't happen, he was actually able, get this, y'all, he was able in this supposed apology to lightly brush across what he did do, which was to perpetuate stereotypes about big women. He lightly brushed across it and completely got off the hook for it. And this was all due to her not addressing what happened. Instead, she used it as an opportunity to posit herself as a victim. So now Leonard, once again, gets away with doing something that is extremely dangerous and problematic. And then not only that, he was able to go back and clean himself up and point out, yes, it's from her lying. Hello, good night. And so now he was able to go back and point out all of the lies in her response, talking to Tamron Hall. That's what he did. He sat up there and clearly pointed it out. He clearly pointed it out while Just Hilarious shouted amen from the amen corner. He was able to say, I did not call her a big back. And it's true, he didn't. But you see how that works? How somebody can tell half a truth, a whole lie, and hide underneath fallacies? Because that's what happened here. I never called her a big back. What I talked about was big back behavior. It's true. That's exactly what he did. And big back belief. And if we want to have a conversation about perpetuating these stereotypes, then I'm open to that. He was able to actually point out what he did do wrong without being held accountable. because she went on Tamron Hall and pretended deceitfully to misunderstand this man so she could put in a couple of one-liners and posit herself as a victim. This is why those of y'all who've been around for any amount of time and y'all know how I run my platform, y'all gonna learn why I don't like a lie. Because lies have reverberations. Lies cause damage that was not even intended. You intended to do one damaging thing, and now you caused something altogether different. So now, I like to write things down. Y'all know I live by my notebook. I write everything down. So I'm going to just tell y'all something else that occurred to me. While Jess is hollering, amen, amen, she over there, amen, and for boss. Yeah, that's right. Amen, yes. Amen, yes. Like I said before, Jess, the sisters have had to come out in defense of you and your womanhood far too many times for you to be hollering amen and yes with this man while he's doing something that's problematic. Unless you're so ignorant that you don't realize what was wrong and what he was doing. Hey, fresh strawberries. And that's very possible because Jess Hilarious strikes me as a very ignorant woman. She does. Y'all hit the like button. But while she was yes, sir, and amen, and sir, she said something that sparked something in my brain. Again, if these people would just freaking stop, a whole lot of stuff I wouldn't even have time to focus on and pick apart. But since you did, I did, and here we go. So she mentioned something. She referenced something. Remember, hey, C. Mays, thank you for being 74. Remember when he first asked, does she have a big back? Remember that? What did Jess say? What did that heifer say? Somebody in the chat, tell me what she said. Because I want to see if y'all caught what I caught. Y'all remember what she said? Don't nobody remember what she said? She said she does give Sheila, thank you, Quiet Storm. She gives Sheila driving up the mountain. She gives Sheila driving up the mountain. That's what she said. And so my brain said, now wait a minute. Oh, my mind said, wait a minute. Made my neck itch. I said, what's going on here? What am I feeling? I say, wait, Nitra. Tyler Perry and Charlamagne the same person. Tyler Perry and Charlamagne is the same person. It's giving Bruce Wayne and Batman. And y'all probably sitting there like, Lord, Nitra done went crazy again. She gone. She crazy, Lord. Bring her back. I promise y'all I'm not crazy. I wrote down my thoughts. Because sometimes when I start connecting dots in my head, I know other people ain't going to follow me, but I want y'all to follow me on this one, okay? Tyler Perry expressed the same problematic mindset, the same problematic stereotypes, the same problematic positioning and stereotypes against large Black women in that movie. But we know that Tyler Perry likes to perpetuate all kind of negative stereotypes against Black women. He loved to put a single Black mama struggling with children with different daddies and not getting child support. And a trifling lackluster Negro male hero coming in to save her while he's posited as a hero for accepting this less than desirable Negro woman. Now, if I'm lying, tell me. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. And I'll take it. Because I'm not uncheckable. I'm human. I'm fallible. Anything can be wrong. So, let's talk about Sheila. Because we know Tyler Perry going to do everything but hire a writer. Ain't it so? So that means he wrote this garbage himself. He presented the stereotype that this black woman, this fat black woman who was married to this man for all these years, was undesirable. He wrote her character as, because I like to read my thought. Let me just read what I wrote, okay? Because I be thinking, and sometimes I have to write it down because my brain will leave me. My brain will leave me, y'all know. Tyler Perry expressed the same stereotype concerning black women, black women's weight, and why did I get married? Tyler Perry has a history of perpetuating harmful stereotypes against black women for profit, because that's how he got his money, by making a caricature of black women in every way. Single motherhood, in the family that prays, he tried to, not tried, but he created a character that perpetuated the stereotype of a black woman being professional and successful as being evil and wicked and duplicitous and infidelitous. So a black woman who is successful, she's a villain naturally. Okay. Now, not only that, in that story, he positioned her poor, loser, lackluster, uneducated, unmotivated, uninspired, underachiever husband as the good guy. The poor Negro is always the good guy in his story. Now, I want y'all to roll with me. So, matter of fact, at the end of that story, he wrote it so that that guy could somehow triumph by stealing money from this wicked, educated, successful black woman. And in the story, for him, the happy ending was this black woman losing everything and this Negro male who stole from her to come out on top. I want y'all to see something. See, Charlemagne is disgusting, but he's a part of a bigger problem. And since they wouldn't shut up, now we're going to get into it. So, and all of this was reinforced, y'all, by Tyler Perry's own mouth, with his glib comments telling black women that, you know, if you get a man and all he can do is pay your light bill and take you out to eat from time to time, then you should accept that, all while mimicking his Madea character's voice while spewing this hateful garbage toward black women. The same black women who still keep putting money in his pocket. And I don't know why y'all do it, because I don't. So with Sheila's character, he wrote this character, Sheila driving up the mountain, in the words of Just Hilarious. He wrote this character as somebody who is fat, timid, insecure, weak, victimized, betrayed, degraded, and dejected. Hey, Deborah Harris. So that's how he wrote her. And as if that was not enough, this characterization is reaffirmed by the respectability Negro hero, the Troy, the sheriff that pops up to save the day. How is he a hero? Because he is willing to embrace this less than woman. Tyler is showing her as somebody who is less than. She has less value. And so Troy becomes a hero in the eyes of the viewers because he's such a good guy that he will take her even though she's like this. What are you, how? How does that make him a hero? How does that not make him lucky as hell? Because she's a pretty lady with a good spirit and a good heart. And she's kind and gentle and soft-spoken, thoughtful and prayerful. Why was he not positioned by this writer, Tyler Perry, as somebody who was lucky as hell? Why was he not positioned as somebody who said, oh, he done messed up, let me scoop that real quick? He was positioned as the hero for I'll even accept you even though you look like this. That's the way it was positioned. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Okay? And anyway, her value then by this writer is restored by acceptance from a man. Once this man accepts her, now her self-esteem is rising up. just soaring. Hey, Charm CC. Now she's soaring through the clouds because a man accepted her. Do y'all not see the problem with this? Do y'all not see the problem with this? Your value, these Negroes, and I mean heavy on the Knee, these Negroes are telling you something, Black women. They are telling you that your value is based on whether they desire you, accept you, or claim you or not. And if y'all don't think that's a problem, then maybe I'm talking to the wrong folks, because that is a problem. That's a problem. Okay? Then, to add insult to injury, he accepted her, so now her value has been somewhat restored. Okay? And now we go into, now she's working out and dieting because that's further going to increase her value. Ladies, darlings, precious, your value ain't based on that. I'm going to leave it alone, but your value ain't based on that. Then the desirability politics and the desirability trope is further enforced by once the ex-husband sees her with the weight gone, now he magically desires her again. Now he's attracted to her again. My point is this. Charla, while I can't stand him, feelings aside, he is not the only male who believes that fat is the thing that makes women have low self-esteem. This belief is based on desirability. Charla is just a symptom of a bigger problem in our community. Simple as that. It's the same mindset that will have Black men belittle, insult, and dismiss Black women who speak on things like colorism. What do they say to our beautifully melanated sisters? What do they say? You jealous. I don't see no problem. Y'all just jealous. Where does that come from? It comes from desirability. It comes from them thinking that their desire or want of you gives you value. And if they don't want you or they don't desire you, you have less value. And so anything that you have to say in regards to that subject, it has to be jealousy, because after all, we desire them. So that makes them more valuable. So you're clearly jealous because of their high value. Y'all see the problem with that? Because I do. So anyway, according to them, even by the same mindset, Black presenting women who look phenotypically Black, no admixture, ain't nothing ambiguous, every bit of a Black woman, according to them, you should naturally have low self-esteem because they don't desire you. And it's the same attitude toward bigger and large women in our community. That's why Charlemagne automatically said, is she fat? Because in his mind, he heard low self-esteem. And when he heard low self-esteem, his mind said, oh, you must be fat because you must be someone we don't desire. Because why else would your self-esteem be low? Y'all see where I'm connecting the dots? This is the problem. And the issue is that, one, they don't know us. Two, they don't want to know us. Because most Black men don't respect us. They don't. So they don't want to know you. Because if they knew women, they would understand that any number of things can make a woman feel insecure. A woman can feel insecure because she got a yuck mouth. A woman can feel insecure because she can't grow her hair. A woman can feel insecure because her butt too flat. She can feel insecure because her butt too big. She can feel insecure because she can't grow no eyebrows. A woman can feel insecure because she's not so fresh down there. A woman can feel insecure for any number of issues. But the problem is that Black males over and over and over again keep exposing themselves and their biases toward Black women, toward the very women who birthed them and brought their ungrateful, traitorous behinds on this planet. This is the bigger issue. And so this conversation is not being had. And it's not being had because the likes of a Leonard is never going to address what he did wrong and why it's wrong. He would rather, play along. If you're going to lie, I'm going to just address the lie and lightly mention it and say, well, I'm open to a conversation. Why are you open to a conversation? The fact that Charlemagne could mention that he realized that what he did was more along the lines of perpetuating negative stereotypes against large women. He didn't apologize for that. The fact that you could mention that you know what it was and you were open to a conversation, that means you know exactly what you did wrong, Leonard. See, I could mention it and move past it before because I'm thinking, you know what, he's ignorant. I don't think much of him. He's trash walking if I ever seen it. So it's possible that he has this bias and this prejudice against Black women and against Black fat women. But maybe it's a bias that he's not aware of. But the fact that he could give that half behind fake apology to a woman he didn't owe it to, mention what the actual issue was, and then you didn't apologize for what you actually did, Negro, respectfully and disrespectfully, go directly to hell and do not pass go. This is disgusting. And he was able to get away with doing that because Reesa Teesa thought it would be a great idea to use his ignorance as an opportunity to make herself a victim. Ma'am, I'm sick of you too. Do not make me do no listening party and go through all 50 parts and pick your bull crap apart because I will. I will. Y'all know I'm capable of it. I'll do it. I want her to sit down somewhere and shut the hell up. Now, if somebody give you some interviews about what that man did, you talk about that. If they give you some sponsorships, they cut you a check, do all of that. But stop this stuff because we have real issues in our community that are not being addressed while you playing a game. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I done had it. I'm telling y'all, I be trying to avoid people and certain topics. I try to let stuff go because y'all know as much as I can tell a joke, I can get on a soapbox. And I'm trying to stay off of this one. I'm trying to stay off of it. But to be quite honest, the thing that grinds my gears the most is a dishonest person. When you are intentionally being dishonest, it pisses me off. To no end. To no end. And Charlemagne is somebody who has absolutely no scruples. Someone who has no morality. So he thought it was funny. He was almost smirking when he said, if you want to have a conversation about perpetuating negative stereotypes, and I'm open to that. He was smirking because he realized that you let him off the hook because you were so interested in manipulating and lying. Wawa extraordinaire says Charlemagne don't like himself. He's a self-hating person. Yes, he is, as are any Black men who participate in desirability politics and insulting Black women. They all do. He's not special. There's nothing special about Leonard. There's nothing special about Leonard. Tootie, we're going to keep it on what he did today because he do too much. If we get sidelined, we'll never get back on point. But we're going to talk about her too. Okay? Because see, and the mess that she was in with this Legion fellow. Okay? With the demon, the lion demon. And I told y'all before, water attracts its own level. Water seeks its own depth. Water seeks its own depth. If you attracting certain type of folks, I want you to grab your nearest mirror and look in it. Let me say this one more time, because y'all know we have accountability mirrors. Those of you who are members of the royal family, I want you to go into your royal family emojis and pull out them accountability mirrors. Spam the chat with the mirrors. Because see, now we finna talk about it a little bit. Just a smidge. If you are attracting a certain type of person in your life, I want you to grab your mirror and take a look. Grab that goddamn mirror and take a look. She attracted the chief of all liars. I don't know too many people lie more than this man. What she introduced us to, this Legion fella. But it was something in you that attracted something in him. Y'all might have been strangers meeting on the empty net, but them demons in the both of y'all was kindred spirits. While we talking about one-liners, and the way I look should not determine. Well, y'all was strangers on the internet, but the demons in the both of you was kindred spirits. How's that for a one-liner? Now let's get into this thing. Listen, sisters, we got to take accountability for the part we play in our own deception. You got to. We are not victims. We are grown women. We're not talking about the children right now. If somebody bother one of the children, we need to be out there with torches, pitchforks, tar, feathers, all that. But as grown women, we got to take accountability because we're not children. We don't need nobody thinking for us. We don't need anybody infantilizing us, pretending like, oh, these poor women, they can't discern right from wrong and truth from lie. No. We're going to take accountability and we're going to handle this thing from the way it is and why this type of thing can happen and why at some point we got to deal with why it's not uncommon. Stories like this are not uncommon. Men be lying all the time. I done told y'all, mama said if they breathing, they lying. Okay? It's not uncommon. One of the things that's getting a lot of our sisters in trouble is the body positivity. It's getting a lot of our sisters in trouble. And you might say, Nitra, why in the world is body positivity getting people in trouble? I'm glad you asked. It's because it's a hoax. The way it's presented, it's a hoax. This whole idea that no matter how you look, everything's great. That ain't true. You know why it's not true? Not because of how other people see you. It's not true because of how you see yourself. You can be positive about yourself, but it got to be truly how you want to see yourself. If you know you're not, okay, let's talk about it. If you know you're not happy with what you see in the mirror, don't let society, trends, social media tell you, oh, you beautiful just like that. The question is, do you feel beautiful? Okay, if you got anything going on with yourself that don't make you feel good, thank you. It is from within. This whole idea that anything is wrong, oh, you beautiful anyway. You only beautiful if you say so. If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, baby, your eye is the only one that matter. Do you feel beautiful? Why you letting people tell you, oh, you beautiful anyway, when you don't believe that yourself? You got to get to a point, whatever it is, that you feel beautiful, whatever that's going to take. Okay? I'm not going to say that either because I know a lot of people got BBLs and they was happy. This ain't about that. This ain't about that. This is not about that. That mindset comes from that body positivity bullcrap. Whatever a woman needs to do, and I mean whatever, because I'm not one of those people that sit up and, oh, let's down women with surgery. If you want surgery, go get it. If your flat chest make you not feel pretty, that's your body. You got to walk around with that body. If you want you some titties, girl, go get you some titties. If you go get them titties and now you feel beautiful, well, then doggone it, them titties did what they were supposed to do. If you felt like your breast was too heavy and on top of hurting your back, you felt like it made you unattractive. You felt like it was dragging your self-esteem down. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, no, you beautiful anyway. Don't you do nothing about it. That's a lie. And the truth ain't in it. If your titties is too big and you ain't happy, go get them things reduced. They got doctors that can do that. And then you look at yourself and you might like your silhouette better. Now you feel more beautiful. If your hair is so short you can roll it with rice and it's bothering you and you don't feel pretty about yourself, get you some hair, baby. If you can't grow it, sew it. If you can't achieve it, weave it. And don't let nobody tell you nothing. If you feel like your lips too big, I don't know if they got lip reduction surgery, do something about it. If you think you done ate too much, and when you walk past that mirror, it don't make you feel good, well, push back from the table. If you T90 and you can't pick up weight, and you feeling like olive oil from Popeye, and ain't nobody even got to say it to you, but you feel like that, then try some Megace or them little protein shakes or something. What I'm saying is, whatever is making you unhappy about yourself, ladies, address it. Don't let nobody come to you with this fake body positivity bullcrap and tell you that you're doing something wrong by addressing what is making you feel unpretty, unbeautiful. Do it. All that stuff is a hoax. This ain't nothing but social media companies and campaigns and bullcrap. Man, social media ain't real. Y'all better quit living on this goddamn computer. This right here, let me tell you, all that stuff does, these are my thoughts from earlier, so this is what I'm reading. This is my handwriting, ain't nobody else's. This perpetuate lies for those with low self-esteem and trauma from the low self-esteem to hide in. Rather than dealing with it, you can hide underneath these lies. You can hide under it. It ain't healthy. You gonna hurt yourself. You gonna run into a Negro like Legion or somebody worse. Lies ain't never helped nobody. They ain't never helped nobody. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you what the Lord loves. It ain't never helped nobody. Okay? It allows them to live in the land of make-believe. Why do you say make-believe, Seanitra? Glad you asked. Because you're walking around in the land of make-believe. You're pretending that everything's fine. You're pretending and telling yourself, I feel beautiful, when you know you don't. You know you don't. You working overtime in the land of make-believe to try to convince other people that you feel beautiful when you know inside here and inside here, you do not. Example. When folks don't look their best, but they putting on skin tight stuff and half naked stuff, scaring the hell out of everybody. You don't think that look good. You going overboard to try to convince everybody else of the land of make-believe that you created in your own head. It allows them to live in a land of make-believe, fantasy, and escapism. Why escapism? Because they are escaping reality into this land of make-believe, because it masquerades. It masks the pain of the reality. Sometimes the things that make us unhappy about ourselves is painful. It hurts. But you got to, at some point, confront it head on so you can do something about it. You can't run from what hurts. You can't play the avoidance game. Avoid what hurts, pretend it's not there, and then now I'm going to work overtime to make everybody else pretend that it's not there too, or at least shame them if they bring it up and address it, even if it's out of love. We can't ladies, we cannot continue to do things like this. It is harmful, okay? Living in escapism and pretense makes it easy for a man to sell you a lie. I know off top, when I came in here, I knew this wasn't going to be no popular conversation, but it had to be had anyway. Hey, Reesa, when you living in a land of make-believe and escapism, it makes it easy for a man to lie to you. Why? Because he can look at the pretense that you're putting up and he already know what lie you want to hear. Can't nobody sell you a lie you don't want to hear. If I walk in here right now and I say, Joe Biden is 29 years old and he looked just like Ashton Kutcher, y'all gonna laugh at me and say, Nitra, you silly. You play too much and get the hell off our computer right now. Because number one, it's foolish. And that ain't nothing you longing to hear. But if I call you on the phone and say, girl, somebody told me that you had played the Mega Millions and that you got the ticket in your purse, and you know you done played it, that's something you want to hear. You're not going to say you a lie. You're going to immediately run and grab that ticket and make sure that it wasn't your numbers that came up. Why? It's a lie you want to hear. If I tell you that your baby is the most beautiful baby I ever seen, oh, she's so precious, she's so lovely, meanwhile, this child look like she can't have water after midnight, you might believe me with that lie, because that's a lie you want to hear. Make believe. You see what I'm saying? When you live in a land of make believe, you make it easy for people to take advantage of you. Don't do that. Even when things are painful, deal with it. If it hurt too much, get a therapist. Therapy is good. Therapy is good. Therapy is your friend. Therapy is not your enemy. Okay? Then that's why every time the lies that this man was telling got exposed, she just pushed it back down. We heard her say this. She would explain it away, push it back down. Why? Because it was bringing all the reality to the surface. Miss Mamas ain't want to deal with no reality. She wanted to stay in the fantasy. She wanted to stay in the escapism. Early on, dealing with that man, she decided she was going to engage in that escapism. She already lived in a form of escapism. So once he came along and added to this fantasy of pretending like, oh, you know what? Everything that I've heard is not true. I really wanted to believe that even in this condition, without me doing anything to make myself more confident, more powerful, that I would still attract a man who was going to be attracted to me with plenty of money, and he was going to give me all these fantasy things from the world of fantasy. She knew that mess wasn't true. She knowed it. She knowed it. She knowed it. Okay? And it just really, really gets me that we've gotten to this point. It's bad that we've gotten to this point. Now, what that man did to her was wrong. Them lies, dastardly. But she knew that that man was lying. He gave her just enough that she could still engage in fantasy. She could still have a facade for the world and, you know, like, it's my turn. I was chosen. Ladies, you cannot live in the male gaze. You cannot live your life thinking that your only value is if a man desires you. And I ain't going to stay on here long, but I had to address this because they was working my nerves. But I want y'all, if you don't understand nothing else, you have value if a man never looks your way. Your value is not hinged upon whether a man finds you attractive or not. Your value is not hinged upon whether a man chooses you. It's not hinged upon whether a man claims you. Don't be like her, so excited because a man walked in a cheesecake factory holding your hand. Hell, did he even wash his hands? Ladies, you are the prize. They don't add any value to you by desiring you. It don't work like that. But when you live your entire life in the male gaze and you live your life for the male gaze, you are setting yourself up for failure every single time. And I'm still pissed that everybody is letting Charlemagne off the hook for what he actually did do. Because Reesa thought it would be a great idea to make herself a victim rather than calling out the mess that Charlemagne did do. So he gave a half-behind apology to a woman that he didn't even owe it to because he knew he was getting away with murder. And y'all let him. Y'all let him. I got peace in my heart because I didn't. I called it out. The Divine Miss M say 80 preach. She liked number 80 preach. My aunt hated my mom, took it out on me for years by calling me ugly. I truly believe that spirit. Girl, I had a whole crew of them things. My mama's sisters was wicked as hell. She had one that's all right and one that was an angel. And the other ones, woo child. Hey, Island girl. How you doing, boo? Hey, Rochelle. Thank you for being like number 88. So look, I ain't going to stay long. What, Bedstop? We don't know if he washed his hands. But she was all excited. He walked in. He was holding my hand. You don't know whether he washed his hands, whether he was digging in his behind. She don't even know if that Negro had took a bath. All she knew was a man was claiming her in public. And we can't be that gullible. Monique C. say, thank you. I appreciate you. And a side note, Side note, a song playing ain't a sign. Yes, ooh! A song coming on ain't a sign. It ain't. Unless it's that song from the Holiness Church, Run, Don't Look Back. If that come on, that's a sign. If that come on, it is a sign. Run, don't look back. Run, don't look back. Because that's what should have came on. If that had came on, she'd have been all right. She'd have been all right. Because then she would have known. Oh, thank you. You are super welcome. Don't let this be your last time, honey. But yeah, y'all, we had to address that. I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of them. I'm tired. I swear, I hope they shut up. Because when I tell y'all, I tried with everything in me not to address this. I did. I tried with everything in me not to address this because y'all know I can end up on a soapbox. You know I'll go there. So he urinated them Gatorade bottles. He ain't washed his hands. Sure didn't. Laid up there in her bed, pissing in bottles and had them all in the room. Nasty self. That ain't her name. That's what she called him. His name is Jerome. But since she called him Legion, we sticking with it because he do sound demonic. That man sound like he has a demon in him. Something is wrong. Yeah, I want her to go away too. I want her to go away too. I want her to get paid. Y'all know I believe in sisters getting paid. Listen, Lord bless her pockets, Jesus bless her pockets. But I just want them to stop with the foolishness. Stop playing in our face. If it's between you and him, you want to tell your story. The clear folks done got attention. You got their attention. They paying you some money. Girl, go get your money. You say you couldn't stay in the bushes no more. It touched your soul. I know that's right. Listen, but we don't know that man nasty. Hey, Ali. Yeah, old nasty Legion. That's right, nasty Legion. Because we don't know. That man was laying up in there like y'all say, pissing in them bottles in that girl house and wasn't even getting up to go wash his hand. Old nasty self. And she was laying up with that big, nasty, musky waller bear. Trina say, girl, she found a winner because he helped her with a tie. I think I saw the children online say the bar is in hell. After seeing what he looked like, I would have locked my door. So I would have too. I would have too. But ain't no accounting for taste. It's a lid for every pot. But I mean what I said. Something in her attracted that thing in him. And ladies, we have to at some point address that. That is the elephant in the room. Say if he doing that, what's she doing? Two, that he was pissing in bottles. He was drinking Powerade, wasn't eating, laying up there talking about his knee was hurting. And that big joker was laying in that girl's house and wouldn't go to the bathroom. He drank Powerade and pissed in the bottles and had them all up in that room in that girl's house. Yeah. There you go. That's what's going on. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, as women, we have to take accountability for the fact that we have agency. We have control. We choose what man we accept. A man can pursue you, and that's fine. That's nice. But there's no law that says you have to accept that man. You don't have to. What my sister talking about on this phone? She say, I'd have smelt a brokey from a mile away and hit the Jonathan Majors. This girl crazy. It's true though. It's true. It's true. Oh, I just seen, Lord, my phone. I wasn't even looking at the phone. I was so busy running my mouth. Nacho Twins mama sent me a cash app. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Let me send a heart. That's what's up. I appreciate that. But that's the whole thing, man. We have control. Just because a man approach you, just because a man is attracted to you, it don't mean you have to accept him. Don't be thinking, and I think a lot of that thinking comes from the fact that low self-esteem, and some ladies thinking, if I reject this one, another one ain't coming. You can reject that one, sis. Another one coming. It ain't never that deep. That's right. No need to accept trash. Keep it on the streets. We do not have to just accept anything because a man approach you. You are valuable. When they get you, you enhance their life. Period. You don't have to accept him. Like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Learn how to say no. Just don't accept these men. Don't accept them at all. Because this is the thing. When you have the power to accept or not accept, when you start seeing trash come your way, because this man was trash. That Legion fellow was pure trash. I mean trash walking, personified. Dumpster juice. When you see that sort of a character come your way, ladies, at some point, we have to stop, grab our little mirrors of accountability, and we have to look at ourselves, examine yourself, and ask yourself, what am I putting out that I attracted that? Every now and then you get a one-off. But when you see consistently that you are attracting trash men, and I don't mean the one that come on Tuesday and Thursday to empty your can. Men that's pure trash. Hey, Queena. We got to stop and find out what are we putting out that's attracting that? What are we putting out? What am I putting out? That's why it's so important to make sure you're okay up here and in here, so that what you putting out is attracting quality. Don't just keep attracting trash and then say, well, I better keep one of them because ain't nobody else coming. No. Let's do the work. There you go. There you go, Monique. See, reevaluate. Sometimes we got to check ourselves. And it ain't always the, just big, nasty, wallabear trash men like that. At one point, I was attracting, in the words of my daddy, some dangerous niggas. Daddy, I miss you so much. But I had to, once I got tired of getting the same result, I had to figure out, man, what the hell am I putting out that I'm attracting marauders and killers and criminals and thugs and pirates and swashbucklers? Like, what the hell am I doing? What am I putting out that's bringing that in? We have to ask ourselves real questions, and you have to be brutally honest with yourself. Okay, it's a sin and a shame to lie to other people. It's horrible to lie to yourself. It is horrible to lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth. When you start attracting all types of foolishness, baby, look, check the mirror, because it might be you. It might be you. But we, as women, as Black women especially, we're told to be strong and act like things don't bother us, and when things hurt, we avoid it because we got this thing in the back of our head that we got to be tough, and I'm a strong Black woman, all that foolishness. Listen, that stuff that hurt, you still got to address it. That stuff that is uncomfortable, is unpleasant, that stuff that don't make you feel so strong, you still have to address it. You know why? Because we don't owe it to nobody to try to be no superheroes. We don't owe it to nobody to be no strong Black woman. Okay, Black women were strong in this country because we were victimized, because we were absolute victims. We were victims of terrorism, because what these people have done to us over the last 400 years constitutes nothing but terrorism. So we became strong, and we exhibited attributes of strength as a means of survival. We owe that to no one. That is a trauma response. So we got to be willing to be vulnerable. We have to address those things that hurt us, and we have to be real enough to say that hurts. The stuff we do to ourselves and the stuff we didn't have no control over. Because there's things that happen in your life that you can't control at all. You can't control being born a Black woman. You can't control the way you look, not your face like that. You can go let them people playing it with knives, and then you just gonna, You're going to look like Texas Chainsaw Massacre after a while if they keep on digging in there with them knives. You can't control, the things that other people do to you sometimes. So there's things that are out of your control completely, but you still have to address them, even if they hurt. And then you need to be able to acknowledge that really hurt me. That hurt me. And you know what else? It's okay to cry too. If you need to cry about it. Don't wallow in it. Cry about it if you need to. And if you find yourself in a position where you just can't quit crying over it because it really hurt you that bad, ain't nothing wrong with going to get some help. Ain't nothing wrong with going to get some help. Ain't nothing wrong with going to get a therapist. Ain't nothing wrong with getting Christian counseling. Ain't nothing wrong with talking to your sister. If you got a sister that you can trust that'll listen to you. But a huge disservice has been done to our sisters in this place. Those attitudes toward us are deep-seated, they're dangerous, and they're harmful. What Charlemagne did was perpetuate something that has been, and unfortunately will probably continue to be. I do absolutely believe in my heart of hearts that him and Tyler Perry are the exact same person. And it's not just them. It's any number of Negroes that participate in that same misogynistic, anti-Black woman behavior. All of them together. They're the same people. They are the same people. And ladies like Reesa Teesa allow them to get away with it. She allowed them to get away with it because right now all she sees is, victimhood has a payoff and I want it. But that's all I got for it, y'all. I'm going to let it go. If some more gossip come in, I'm going to come back. But I couldn't let that go today. Them people had done got the... Y'all, they had raised my blood pressure. I felt like a pain right here in the middle of my forehead. Right in the center. From all the foolishness, the lies, the deceit, the disrespect, the degradation. It was just too much. And I had to say something. So I couldn't tell too many jokes today because I wasn't in no joking mood. Okay? But I will watch the gossip. If the gossip get good, your girl will be back. And maybe we can joke on that stream. Okay? But listen, in the meanwhile, I love y'all so much. But I am going to hop on up off of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Monday. Okay? Be positive, be productive. Make sure that you encourage someone else and encourage yourself. And make sure you hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Hit your notification and you click all so you will know every time we go live on this channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed because we're happy to have you here. And if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box with our link for our Royal Family merchandise store, our storefront so we can shop together, and the wish list if you want to send me snacks or anything like that, okay? So in the meanwhile, I'm going to go. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And if no one else says it, remember, God loves you, I love you, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Talk to you later.